May you find happiness and peace, and may your home stand the test of time.
Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Mary. Today I'll be reacting to Charlie Obliterate student who says Hamas and Israel are the same. So without further ado, let's get started.
To preface, I'm a progressive and I would like to have some discourse with you over the Israel-Palestine conflict. I'm just gonna say I fully condemn Hamas, and my current position is that there should be a one-state solution where it's anti-apartheid. However, there should be the international community with the United Nations should be responsible for leading the peace process. And personally, I think the Hamas and the Israeli government are essentially two sides of the same coin.
Wow.
And so...
you were doing so well.
Sorry.
No, it's okay.
I'm not good with public speaking.
No, I just mean the points. The speaking is fine. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I think with the recent conflict, of course, what Hamas did was terrible. However, I think it's very important to understand the context of why they did it. So they're very radical, and that radicalization has essentially formed from the Israeli government bullying the Gaza Strip for the past 50 years and obstructing their freedoms.
Okay. Let me just ask, so thank you for condemning the attacks. I wish we had every member of Congress that could do that. However, let's just make sure we have our stuff clear. You say the Israeli government and Hamas are the same side of a coin, right?
Maybe there's some differences, yes, but
okay, yeah. Well, the differences are pretty big. So let me just go through the last 2 weeks, and I want you to just at least acknowledge it or not acknowledge it. Hamas gave no warning before they slaughtered 1,300 women and children. Israel did multiple days of warnings and dropping leaflets before they dropped any bombs on civilian corridors. Is that moral equivalency?
Well, I think, of course, I think Hamas is much worse.
Okay, good. So they're not the same coin. Got it. So, because you said they're
similar coins, maybe the penny and the nickel.
Oh, okay. All right. Let's go to the next question. Let's go to the next kind of.
Well, okay.
Element.
So, I think that. So, as I said earlier, I think the international community should get more involved. A while ago, I read the book Palestinian Peace, Not Apartheid by President Jimmy Carter, and the book essentially boils down to three things. The Israel country and its borders should be respected. I agree. Palestinians and Jews should coexist peacefully, and they shouldn't be killed, which is the third thing. I think.
So, okay, I got to interrupt.
Well, okay, sorry.
No,
I'm so sorry.
All right, no, it's okay. So let me just I want to try to get this along to some sort of clarity, if not agreement. Who's a bigger impediment to peace, Israel or Hamas?
I think the biggest impediment is the reactionary politics and reactions between the two groups. Hamas had been radicalized by the Jews, or rather the Israel government, which had been radicalized by the history of Arabs killing Jews.
I got to cut you off, man. Wait, what? Like you said, Hamas is radicalized by the Israeli government.
Well,
they're radicalized by Islam, not by the Israeli government. Islam is what radicalized Hamas. Not everything goes back to the Jews, man. Right? Like.
Well, no. I'm sorry. So I think the conflict essentially boils down to its history. The Arabs killed a bunch of Jews in its history. The Jews killed a bunch of, through the Zionist movement, through colonialism, and during. Okay.
All right. I don't want to spend too much time on this, but I just want to ask one final question. Is if Hamas would lay down all of it before this massacre, okay, would have laid down all of their weapons, what do you think would have happened? And if Israel laid down all of their weapons, what do you think would happen?
So I'll address the second part. If if Israel lays down all its weapons, I think terrorist groups such as Hamas and the Palestinian Authority would use this opportunity to kill a bunch of Israelis.
I agree. So we have clarity on that. So, great. Before the massacre, because heightened tensions, if Hamas would have laid down their weapons and Gaza would have laid down their weapons, what do you think would have happened?
I think the Israel government would try to essentially do something similar, where they would try to push out all of the Palestinians.
We would have
I do
peace,
not think they
is what
have
we would
freedom
have.
of movement.
So we're not going to agree on this. Let me just make a couple
Okay.
points. Israel, time and time again, has sat down for peace. Abraham Accords, Oslo Accords, Camp David Accords, which was facilitated. At every corner, Israel has given up land, Sinai Peninsula, parts of the West Bank, parts of Judea and Samaria, in the pursuit of peace. And I just encourage you, and you've been intellectually honest, but I want you to think about this, and anyone who might agree with you, that these are not morally equivalent. You have one side that has a democratically elected government that allows pluralism in the Knesset, Arab, Judaism. In Gaza, they are one size fits all. Hamas took over power, was voted into power, and the stated doctrine of Hamas is no morally different than Nazism. It's not an exaggeration. It's not about land. It's not about winning hearts or souls. It's about killing Jews. And the issue is this, well, more than the issue, is that Hamas now invited this conflict, okay? And this is where my sympathy kind of wanes down to little next to nothing, is that there was at least some form of an equilibrium. They were in Gaza, Israel is in Israel, and on a holy day in the 50-year anniversary of the Yom Kippur War, they decided to go into kibbutzes, which I know that you denounce. But at that point, they're going to F around and find out, and Hamas should be obliterated for that action. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Charlie was 100% right, because you don't come to my house and fight me and expect me to clap for you. And now the guy's making it look like they are the same set of people, or they are the same coin. You know, I feel like Israel was enjoying, celebrating their what's it called, their day, and you invaded them, and you expect them not to, return the favor. No, they will do that. They will return the favor, so that at least you will know that they are not weak. And I think that is what Israel is doing right now. Even if I don't advise violence, but at least don't come to my house with war if you know you are not ready to fight. Now, if I see people crying online saying what Israel is doing is not fair, Israel, they were on their own. They were celebrating. They did not attack you, okay? And you end up killing so many people. To me, I feel it's not fair. It's not fair. Let's call it spade a spade. The fact that we are all trying to, okay, we are all like advocating for peace, between these two countries, but it does not mean that what you did was right. We are just telling Israel, okay, lay down your weapon, let peace reign, let's settle this issue. I think enough life have been lost already. I think the best way forward now is peace. And I think that is what we are all preaching for. But that does not mean what you did is right. It is totally wrong and it's unadvisable. Okay? You don't come to my house in my weak stage and, destroy my home, destroy my people and expect me not to return the favor. Like, it's never done anywhere. Even 9/11, like, I could feel the hurt, the pain in the faces of Americans when that 9/11 happened. Like, the place was, everywhere was quiet for some time. Like, the shock was there, the trauma was there. And that is it. That is the same thing Israel experienced. We might not be serving the same, or worshiping the same religion. That does not mean we are not human. Okay? Let's be human first. The people you're killing, their parents to other people, their children to other people. So don't take their life simply because you don't believe in my ideology, you don't believe in my religion, or we have land disputes. Okay, those people that lost their life on that, I think October 7th, I think I've forgotten the exact day. They did nothing wrong. They were just celebrating. So why then do you cut their life short simply because you have the weapon, you have the means, and now you're crying out there, you're begging the world to help you talk to Israel, that they are doing, like, I feel it's not right. I know the same way Hamas killed so many innocent people, and I know the same way Israel are also doing the same, because I know people Israel are killing, they are not attackers. They did not attack this. They did not cause this what's it called? This conflict. They did not cause this war. But I feel like it's just to pass a message out there, and I'm not in any way supporting Israel or making them feel good for what they did. But seriously, I won't let you come to my house and hurt me and go scot-free. That is the truth. So if you don't want, they say that for every action there's an equal reaction. So if you don't want the reaction that come after the action, don't start the action. I really love this so much. I love the fact that Charlie was able to explain this to him. You know, he said, if both parties decide to lay down their weapon, there will be peace. And that is truth. If both parties decide, okay, I think it's done, we are done fighting, let's just let peace reign, there will be peace. Like I said before, we are human before the religion. So let's try to be human to each other. This world is already hard enough. Don't make other people's life miserable simply because they don't buy into your religion, or you have land disputes with them, or like they've committed something in the past. Let the past be in the past. We are now moving forward. Anyway, I like I said before, this is a beautiful one. I want to see more videos like this. So if you have any recommendation, let me know in the comment section. It is your first time visiting the channel. Click on the subscribe button. Thanks for watching, and remember bless.